I'd like to talk a little bit more of the concept of self-will. Self-will run riot, as the 12-step literature describes the addict. And this also describes the nature of the ego and the way of interacting with the environment. It's as follows. The addict is called an actor. We say a character defect, defects of character. Character is an actor. You're playing a role, right? So what happens is, in principle, this is the overall principle, is a person, his inner being gets lost because his entire existence is based on an act. If we're acting, no matter how much we produce what we want others to do, or we get what we think we want, but we're acting, so it's not real. It's not real. The love, the attention, the affection of one who is, quote, manipulating and trying to get another one to give them that reaction is felt as insincere. They still don't care, right? So what we're talking about, self-will, is producing results on the environment, or manipulating or managing. As we're going to see in the first step, it says, and our lives have become unmanageable. So an addict is trying to manage everything his way. It's got to go my way. Everything my way or the highway. If it doesn't work out my way, then I'm depressed, I'm miserable, life is not fair, no one really cares about me. Why are they doing this to me? Don't they see the good intentions that I have? How can people turn on me? Right? There's numerous of perception, forms of perception that are self-centered and inaccurate. So what happens from being an actor is perception itself becomes distorted. The entire way you perceive reality is wrong. It's completely wrong. It's all self-centered. It's all about me. And all reactions and the whole world is interpreted from that self-centered perspective. So it's the entire person is in a world of darkness based on self. So in order to get what we want, and it's not only the addict, it could be humans in general who haven't developed a relationship with their creator, but basically what we do is what? If you want something from someone else, then sometimes you're very nice, you're kind, you're sweet, you're loving. Other times you may be pushy, even dishonest, self-centered, grabbing things, right? So there are multiple ways that people react and play different roles to get what they want. This is the idea of self-will. We got to get what we want, and if we get what we want, we'll be happy. The problem with this is happiness doesn't come from this. No matter what you get what you want, as we mentioned, since it's an act anyway, then it's never satisfying because it's not real. The only thing that can be real is integrity and living spiritual principles. When you're living spiritual principles, you're not an actor. You're tapping into the core truth of who you are and creating a core identity. An actor has no identity. He's just an external act. It's like a husk, a shell. The klipos, it's in Jewish language, right? You become an external, superficial, outward person without any inner core. Now, even the inner core that a person could seem that he has, right, is still rooted on the outer things, right? That's this additional sense of emptiness. The more and more that we pursue outward things and try to create what we want for our own sake, our own self-centered purpose, that creates more disappointment and emptiness, because we're never going to get that satisfaction in its true sense of the term unless it's based on spiritual truth, that we're living spiritual principles. We're not acting to produce a result. We're actually being the truth. Being the truth is something that gives a person a sense of nitzchias, a sense of eternity, that is really what, as mentioned, some people are seeking and pursuing all these false things.